Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Suzanne. I thought I would take you along for the prep I did for Hurricane Ian. We were expecting to get some impact from the storm, so I wanted to show you what I did to prepare, just in case you might be wondering. One of the first things I did, which was on Tuesday, was to shop. We were supposed to get hit on end of Wednesday into Thursday, so whenever I shop before a storm, I always just make sure I have shelf-stable things like snacks, things for babies. I don't need formula anymore, but if you do, make sure to grab some because you don't want to get stuck without any. Juices, bread, anything that you definitely want to have in case you can't get to a store, and also anything that can last if you don't have power. So we weren't expecting a direct hit, so I just made sure to have some snacky stuff, peanut butter and jelly, canned soups. You also want to make sure you have things for babies, so diapers, wipes, and then obviously drinking water. I didn't go crazy because we already had these, and again, we weren't expecting a direct hit. And just some ramen and other snacky things that you can cook in a pinch, or if you lose power, you can find a way to boil some water and cook up some noodles or anything along those lines. So I always make sure to have those on hand too. For my prep, some of the things I recommend are having extra batteries. So this is a battery daddy that I got for a present. I always try to make sure this is as well stocked as possible. And then I like to switch out the batteries in my flashlights too anytime there's a storm or during storm season, and then check those as well to make sure that I have flashlights if I need them. I also like to have matches on hand, again, just because I like candles, and it's just nice to have matches for a variety of reasons. I took this time to refill anything that was running out also, so I've refilled my dish soap, and I refilled any diapers and again baby wipes and stuff that I knew I would need for Eleanor. Just that way I knew I was well stocked in case I couldn't get out to a store. You don't want to be caught without baby wipes or diapers. That would be a bad day for everyone. I also took advantage of knowing a few days out that we were going to be impacted and did all the laundry I could. So if we lost power, I had everything clean and I didn't have to worry about stuff that could have been sitting in the washer or the dryer and having to stress about doing laundry once the storm went out. So I made sure I had all of my laundry taken care of ahead of time. It's also good to make sure that your first aid kit is well stocked too before any kind of a storm that might be coming. Wednesday was the day that we were supposed to start feeling the impacts of the storm, so I wanted to make sure that I did all of my normal prep beforehand in case it came faster than they predicted. This meant taking in any trash cans. It was trash night 2 days before, so I wanted to get all my trash cans taken up, and this also meant prepping my back porch. We, again, weren't expecting a direct hit, so the way that you prep for any kind of a storm is going to vary depending on what kind of an impact you think the storm will have on you, but we still knew that we were going to get some wind and some rain, so I always like to take everything off of our outdoor patio furniture and push it as close to the house as I can and make sure that there's nothing that's going to be able to be lifted up by the wind and flown around, taking any glass off of my tabletops. I also picked up the girls' toys. They had all their toys in their water table, and I wanted to make sure I picked those up too, because you don't want anything to be picked up by the wind and used as a projectile if the wind gusts got bad enough. Ours weren't supposed to get too bad. I think the highest we were supposed to get was about 40 miles an hour, which is not bad at all for a hurricane. So again, just kind of check around. I wanted to pick up all the stuff and stack everything and have it as heavy as possible. Another thing that I did, we don't have bathtubs, so I wanted to fill up this cooler with some water. So if we needed water to wash hands and use it for the toilets, we had some filled up as well. So that's pretty much all I did as far as patio prep, again, because we weren't expecting a terrible impact from the storm. After that, you're just going to ride it out. The rest of the night we sat, the weather got progressively worse, and the wind picked up and the rain started coming later into the evening. So this is when you really just put everything into play that you've prepped for. We had our snacks, So we sat and watched TV and had snacks. As long as we had power, we had TV and stuff, and we were good. You do want to make sure you charge any tablets and phones and stuff ahead of time too, in anticipation of running out of power. So we did all of that while we still had electricity. Fortunately, we did not lose our power on Wednesday, so the girls just did a lot of playing. We were stuck in the house with the rain. We did a lot of resting and sleeping and relaxing and just kind of took it easy as we rode out the storm. Thursday is the day that we were supposed to get the most impact. It was definitely windy and rainy all day today, so we made sure to get everything done in the morning that we needed in anticipation of the power going out. We had a nice breakfast. The girls and I just had some pancakes, and that way I had some left over if they wanted to eat it for lunch, or I could try to save them if I was able to. But it was a nice slow start to the morning, and it was very cozy listening to the wind and the rain. And again, fortunately for us, the hit was not too bad from the storm, so we did not have to do as much as everybody down south, and it was not near as scary as it was for everybody who was in South Florida, who definitely got the most impact from Hurricane Ian.
For now, Eleanor's napping, but I think she'll be up soon, unfortunately, because we just lost power. So it says that it's not going to be restored until this afternoon, so which I know is sooner than a lot of other people may get their power back, so I'm thankful, but I'm really hoping it's sooner than that, because it's just obviously nice to have the power on so we can have TV and all the things. But yeah, it's really blustery and windy outside. The storm is moving a little further past us than they initially thought, so we're not going to get as direct of a hit as we were supposed to, which is a good thing. But it's still very windy, raining, pretty much steady rain. So yeah, just checking in to let you guys know what's going on after all of our hurricane prep that we did. I'm glad we did it. I will have to put some of those things to use. I'll just kind of keep you posted throughout the rest of this day, and then that way we can see what happens, and yeah, I'll just end the video after that.
Fortunately, our power did come back on, and we had power the rest of the time, so we were very lucky. So I just went ahead and lit some candles and made everything as cozy and comfortable as possible. It was still windy and rainy outside, even though the storm was on its way out. We decided to just hang out on the couch and watch some TV and just kind of listen to what was left of Hurricane Ian move out. Thank you so much for watching. My heart is with everyone in South Florida that was impacted by Hurricane Ian, and I am sending all of my thoughts their way.